Hi, this is John Lowe, aka Frags with the DNB Academy, and this is the sound we're going to be doing today. Hell yeah, let's make some Foghorn NEURO bass sounds. Let's go. Alright, so NEURO, Foghorn, blending these two, distortion, harmonics, that's where we're going, alright? So first thing we're gonna do is just go to our analogs, and we're gonna start with our analog BDC, which is pretty much just a sine wave with an extra harmonic after the main one, so it can help us, especially if we bring the wavetable position further, right? It's cool. So I'm gonna leave it, have it like 3 octaves down. It should sound just like a sub, okay, because we're gonna do a lot of BD on this one. So the next step, I mean, just bring down the random phase down to 0, okay, and then on the next wavetable, we're gonna select on the digitals, gonna go and choose our harmonic morph here, all right? Bring down the wavetable position and send this one and use an alternative warp as a band plus, all right, and bring it all the way here. Level 0, random phase 0, and octave -1, and semitone plus 7. Okay, so those give us pretty cool harmonic content to play around in the near future. Right. So next step would be turning on our phase distortion, set it to B, and just crank it up at like 42 here. So it should sound something more interesting. Right. Still not what we want, but it's getting there, all right? We at least can hear some of the harmonic content being brought into this wavetable here, into this sine wave, I mean. I'm gonna actually bring this up a little bit here and add 3 voices. Last detune. Something around here. Perfect. Okay, now let's add a couple more things here, like noise, some stereo white noise. Nice. And then a filter. And for this one, we're going to go into the MISCs and choose the add bass one right here. Okay. And bring the cutoff somewhere around here. And just because like the main thing about this one is like we can use the drive and these through to crunch up the harmonics. But it's pretty much what we're doing with this. And then when the distortion pops in, you can see this little filter is gonna roll some of those frequencies off, creating like a pretty interesting movement. But for that, yeah, we need movement. Okay, so let's go off with that and just design our envelope that's pretty much going to be assigned to all the parameters we need to create this shape, right? And for this one, we're going to make like a Foghorny kind of like shape for this one, so something that goes on like a ramp down direction, but with like not exactly just linear. And I would want to have it a little bit more interesting, and then bring this into 1 bar long. Okay, let's start assigning this to parameters like the cutoff here. So that thing I mentioned before, you see, like we're getting that, and that's really important, just to start adding that that movement. Also, the noise, we can fit in the noise just different, you know, just it's not that present. And then the bend as well, we can just flip the other way around, like cool. Now the PD as well, the amount here can go like 20%. Nice, giving that cool time to breathe. So then we can just start going bunkers with all the processing. All right, so next step, flip this to the effects and let's start processing this. Okay, now we're going to be like super aggressive with distortion because we're going to choose our overdrive mode here, and we're actually going to crank this up like a lot, and that's the way to go to get all these harmonics to sound way more narrow and interesting for us. So let's crank this up to like 5, so you can already hear like Cool. So now let's use our shape as well for the drive, like. Can even like stay halfway there. Cool. Let's make this a little bit more textured and wide with chorus. 30%. Right. We gotta clean up those mids with some EQ. It's super harsh there. Way better. Okay, and now to wrap up this bit, we're gonna add just a little bit of reverb. Slow cut it. Increase a little bit here on the main. A little bit more on the drive. Now let's tweak some stuff back on our patch to make it sound even crispier. All right, so now it's just a matter of like sort of freestyling some parameters to see if they kind of like fit our sound better. So I can show you some I would turn to, like bend. So you just the filter too. The BD amount here. You see, like, this is the spot, 34%. Just way more interesting. Even the detune here changes it up so much. So yeah, there we go. We got our Foghorn. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.